Hi, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and I'm a Bravoholic.
Here she comes. Here she comes. Welcome back, addicts, to Bravoholics Anonymous. I'm Lindsay, a Bravoholic, and today let's kick it off with Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and the reunion. Going into the reunion, I think that a lot of the highlights and the lowlights of the season were properly reflected. I don't think we needed 3 episodes of the reunion, that's for sure. But I'm not ever going to get angry with getting more content from the Housewives or the shows that I love. So I think that Kyle had a really rough season. I think she's lost a lot of fans. I think queer baiting everybody with that music video and then telling us we couldn't talk about Morgan was intentional. I think she is at a point in her career where she feels like she can produce things and she knows how to capitalize on things, and she's trying to balance multiple shows. I think that's going to come back and bite her in the ass because Andy Cohen grilled her, and I was happy to see it. He's pissed. He thinks he has the right to have this information, has the right to talk about Morgan because Morgan profited off of the fan base last season, and that it's absurd that we are being silenced from talking about Morgan this season. So I was really happy that Andy gave it to her back. And I think the negotiations going into the next season with Bravo are going to get really interesting with Kyle when it comes to this stuff. I think there's going to be a lot more outlined in her contract if she's going to come back and what she has to include and what she is willing and not willing to talk about. And honestly, if they axe the Richards sisters for a couple seasons, that wouldn't be bad. I'd love to see them have to come back on and prove themselves. I feel like this rumor of it being Kyle's show, when new people start and people trying to kiss the crown and stay on the show, I don't know if that's the case anymore. And I think Kyle's going to have to bring some more to the table because her family's not really in the picture this season. And Kathy Hilton is just getting older and not really offering much. I think I'm over believing that Kathy Hilton is this ditzy or dumb. I loved the runway moment, at Sutton's fashion show, but I think it was on purpose. And I kind of want that fourth wall broken with them. I want people to be able to call each other out on this show for faking storylines or playing a ditzy person. And we need someone on the show that's not going to be afraid to call Kathy Hilton out. I think Bose will get there, and I'm really curious to see what happens to Bose in following seasons. But I loved having her on this season to back up Dorit, especially because I never believed the allegations that Dorit was a racist and all that angry black woman stuff that Garcelle kept throwing at Dorit in past seasons. I think Dorit might be a little bit airheaded and a little bit insular and worrying only about her own circumstance and not sensitive to other people. I think she's guilty of that. But I never thought she was a racist. And so I think Bose coming on and actually naturally connecting with Dorit was really refreshing and good for her, especially because Dorit has so much going on in her own life. Jennifer Tilly had a great season. She was another great addition to the show. I loved her shady snacking, and I kind of think she should stay a friend of. I don't think Jennifer Tilly's ready to be an everyday mainstream housewife. I don't think she's ready to battle these women or go into these conflicts. I think she's got too much money, and she's in a really interesting seat where I don't know if they're necessarily going to come for her either and hold her accountable, because there's not much to hold her accountable for. She's pretty shallow and easygoing and funny, and there's a purpose for that. And I was actually impressed that she was included in the reunion, just being a friend of. So that was pretty cool. Sutton had a really rough season. It was fun to get to see her mom and understand where she came from. But Sutton continues to, battle these women when they're in hard moments. And I don't think she picks the right fights. And I think she's an outcast. And I think she's been a loser forever and never really fit in, no matter how much money she has or what she does. And I think that's a really interesting character to see portrayed on the show. So I do want her to continue being there. I do want to see her growth and where she goes, if there is any growth. I'm not sure I, necessarily believe there'll be growth, but I know she has fans. And she deserves to have fans, but I don't consider myself a Sutton fan, even though I do sympathize with how tough her mom is. Let's get to Garcelle's big moment where she storms off set and doesn't want to take a cast picture. I think Garcelle's probably a really good actress. She needs the lines. She needs someone to prompt her to say stuff, and that's why I stand by Garcelle only really contributing to the show is in confessionals when producers ask her to say certain things, and the way she says it is successful. But she's never really contributing in the moment, you know? The most contribution she'll do is a little dig or a really Kyle or a really Erica or is that how you feel, Dorit? It's like not... It's antagonizing and it's a little patronizing, but it's not like contributing to a greater story. It's not creating an argument. It's just like a shady little after remark. The things that she says that people are fans of are literally in confessionals. And so it didn't surprise me that her big storm off exit was super uneventful. She's like, I'm just not happy. No one's smiling at me here. And then Kyle had the perfect response being like, is it because you think we're all stressed? Like we could all be really stressed. And Garcelle's like, no, that's not it. Like I smiled at, and she's like, have you been smiling at people? Like these are the right questions. And I was kind of happy Kyle was asking them to Garcelle in that moment because it's like, what do you want us to do here? Like we're fielding questions at a reunion. I think Garcelle saw this going a different way and she was unsuccessful in building a dramatic exit and building that emotion up to storm off. No one really gave her any ammunition for it. So just refusing to take the cast photo and then like having a little bitch fit in the dressing room with like no real substance seemed perfectly Garcelle. And you can call me a hater. I might be a hater. I think she's cool and I like that she's directing and doing film stuff, but I don't think she's the strongest candidate for the job of a housewife. And I'm happy that she's quitting. I don't know if this was a conversation she had with producers, you know, throughout the season, and she was trying to get a better deal for next season. If she's trying to swing her influence to see like if the audience is agreeing with her or if she really genuinely wants to move on to something else. But I don't think Garcelle brings enough. And I'm kind of, and if she's annoyed that all of the questions she was asked in the reunion were to defend Sutton, then maybe she should bring a storyline to the show. Maybe she should bring some substance to the show. I don't think they should be fighting every episode, but I do think like Garcelle should let us in on her world more. If she's dating or if she's struggling with filmmaking or directing or whatever, show us something. But you didn't. So now we have to ask you questions about Sutton the whole time and Sutton's actions and if you defend them, because in the past you have defended them. You guys have an alliance. And I know we did see their alliance cracking a little bit, but I don't think we got the real Garcelle. And I don't think we got to hear how Garcelle really felt and what she really thought, because she was really calculated and reserved. All right, well, that's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The season was just meh for me. If I had to rank it out of, 10 diamonds, I'm probably just giving it 5 or 6 diamonds. I'll give it 6 diamonds because I like Dorit, and Dorit had a great, storyline. She kind of carried the show and secured her position for next year. So I loved that. And let's jump on to Summer House. Really, really bored with Summer House also. Summer House is a snooze fest, and I'm not just saying that because their themed party was Slumber Party. Lexi's making her rounds in the press, and I'm happy to see it, talking about Jesse and the girls. And the biggest shockwave that everyone online this week is talking about is that Lexi had a birthday party recently, invited everyone from the show to the birthday party, and everyone came except Jesse and Sierra. And then they hung out and posted on social media together, which I think is just so gross. I think everyone agrees. You know what, Sierra? Barf, okay? Jesse's barf. And the fact that he can't even draw a clear boundary with you, like, hey, I have a girlfriend, like, I can't be like touching and flirting with you as much anymore. And he can't have a serious conversation or just like mention it seriously to her and say it with his chest in that past episode. Instead, he like snaps at her in the kitchen. She's like, Sierra, you can't touch me. You're going to get me in trouble. My girlfriend's going to be mad at me. It's just giving like little boy. It's not giving man. And I'm having a harder time believing that Sierra is, looking for the right person here. I think someone needs to talk to her. I'm not even going to get in on the girls because my belief is this. Amanda and Kyle's relationship is never better than when there's drama or gossip for them to discuss in the house. So I think the Sierra, Jesse, Lexi triangle is really good for Amanda and Kyle's marriage because that's really the only time we ever see them connecting. So and also Amanda's team Jesse because Jesse gives her something Kyle doesn't give her, which is compliments on social media and positive attention, and makes her feel desirable. So we know that Amanda's team Jesse no matter what. And I think that Paige is ultimately best friends with Amanda. And because Jesse does all those things for Amanda and Amanda likes Jesse so much, Paige is also team Jesse. Also this week on Watch What Happens Live, Paige was on the show with Andy Cohen. And she said to Andy, fielding another question about the relationship, Andy was like, are you pissed at me that I keep bringing up your breakup with Craig? And she was like, no, Andy, I'm a businesswoman. We're business people. It's good for ratings. I don't mind it. I know, I'm on a reality show. And that is the core of Paige. So I think Paige is also team Jesse because one, she's friends with Sierra too, but also like this love triangle thing with a new flouncy, super younger girl cast member is good for ratings. It's giving them a storyline for the season so they can all sit back in bed and not really have storylines to have to carry on the show. Of course, they're going to be team Jesse because he's creating drama. So now that we know where they stand, I stand with Lexi, and I think that Jesse's a pig. And if we're going to, criticize West for being a pig last season, we have to criticize Jesse for being a pig this season. He's doing the exact same thing. He's using women to solidify his spot on the show. And he's already talking about what him and West are going to be doing next season, which is really annoying. I did a TikTok and shared it earlier this week, but Jesse was in an interview and was asked, like, do you and West have a pact for next summer to like just go crazy together? And Jesse was like, oh yeah, we have a plan. And then she was like, are you still looking for a relationship? And he's like, oh yeah, for the right woman. And I was literally talking to my friend Simone about something similar this week on the phone too. We're like, ew, I hate it when a guy says that because it's like they're saying to the women, oh, prove that I should pick you. Like, sell me this pencil, Lexi. Sell me this pencil, Sierra. Why should I pick you? And it's like, ick. These guys meet 1 million women a day because Bravo fans are constantly throwing themselves at them at the bars, at appearances, online, in their DMs. And there's plenty of exposure to the right woman. They're not looking. They don't care. They just want to get laid. And they're going to say and do anything to make themselves seem better and more desirable to Bravo audienced women so that they keep throwing themselves at them. And then they'll get locked in that little perpetual cycle that the Southern Charm boys got stuck in, that Shep got stuck in, where the grass always looks greener and there's always a new bitch to hook up with. So I'm not surprised. I think it's like a pretty toxic equation, but I'm also like, whatever, I'll watch it. But Summer House is boring. And I'm pretty like bummed that they're being hard on the new cast member that's been having threesomes and actually hooking up, because this house used to be a party house and now it's a sleepy house. And I do think that a lot of them should go next season. I think we need new, young, fresh blood. Maybe Imrul can stay. Maybe Lexi can stay. I still love Gabby, even though she will not bring a storyline to the show and she'll just be supporting cast. I think that's her choice at this point. I really do. But I think we need to bring in new blood, new fresh party blood. Who's excited to, who's going to get messy? No preggers people, no business bed people. Let's give the Summer House women that we love their own show in Manhattan. Let's follow Paige, Sierra, Lindsay, and Amanda in the city. Let's see them go to meetings. Let's see them meet up for happy hour. Let's follow them in Manhattan. And let's keep the young people partying in the Hamptons in the summertime. You know, summers are supposed to be fun. And I'm not having fun this summer. Everyone's hot, but I'm not having fun. But I am excited for the reunion. I hope Lexi brings some of this stuff up. I hope she says that he told her he loved her after 11 days and was asking them to move in together and proposing they get a cat together. Those things are insane, and I want them brought up on the reunion. She's like quoted saying that she was trying to match his energy and was struggling to match his energy. And I get it. She's like 22, but obviously had different motives and was trying to just have sex with her. So he's a pig. Okay, I think I've spoken my piece so far. Let's bring up another addict to talk about the season premiere of The Valley. And he recently has binged 5 seasons of Vanderpump Rules since the last time we talked to him. Let's bring him up.
Hello, my name is Thomas and I'm a Bravoholic.
You really are a Bravoholic now, though.
I really am now. I'm fully ingratiated. Is that a word?
Yeah, I think you had to come back to this meeting right away because you had some things to confess.
Not only did I join, I relapsed, I plummeted, I slippery slope. I'm fully in now.
And what season of Vanderpump Rules are you on?
That'd be season 5. Halfway through the program.
Literally since the Valley episode that we did, you're already on season 5.
In my defense, I was out of work for 2 weeks because I got my tonsils out.
Right.
So I had nothing but time on my hands. Yeah.
I mean, that's valid.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited. I'm like, I'm
Me
really
too.
excited about it.
If you're willing, I've prepared a recurring segment where I just share nuggets of wisdom from these people.
I'm really excited. Should we start with it?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Bravo wisdom.
So I just started writing down like crazy things that these people said. This one's really good. So in season 2, episode 2, Tom Sandoval is putting together a coffee table from IKEA, and it's taking him all day. But I'd like to preface this segment. He goes, "Growing up, I played with Legos, and I always had a lot of success with them." Jax is like, "Oh, I got a custom Dolce & Gabbana shirt." He's like, "What does that mean? It went through customs?" And he goes, "No, it means the guy at the store helped me." None of those things mean custom. Season 2, episode 10. Stassi says, it's when they're in Mexico for her birthday. And she says, she screams, "You're literally only in Mexico right now because I was born today."
I mean, she's not wrong.
The hold that her birthday has in this group is kind of crazy.
It's kind of a thing that she really establishes from the beginning.
Season 4, episode 10. It's the Toms talking, and Tom Schwartz goes, "Dude, we've been through a lot, man." And Tom Sandoval says, "Dude, that's real talk, man." But I will say, season 5 is when there's a bit of a renovation in terms of appearance. Tom Schwartz finally has an acceptable haircut to me. Tom Sandoval gets this really awful, like, John and Kate +8, like, bob that he tucks behind his ears and then, like, also puts in, like, a man ponytail and has, like, these awful, like, little, like, white highlights. It's so bad. And then in her confessional, Sheena has these, like...
It's giving Pepe Le Pew.
Yes, yes, exactly. It's giving Pepe Le Pew. And Sheena has these, like, scary blue contacts in her confessional. It's really bad.
Wait, I need to look that up.
I have decided that I think the person right now that I hate the most is James Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
He has no redeeming qualities.
Where are you at? What's happening?
Season 5, he is, like, kind of with Lala. He has broken up with Kristen, like, was cheating on her the entire time and, like, saying, like, no, babe, I would never. And then, like, in the confessionals was like, yeah, I fucking boned her. And it's just, like, so gross.
Ew.
And I figured out what he looks like. He looks like he should be a farmhand from Chicken Run. Like, he has a claymation face. And he looks like Wallace and Gromit, but in real life.
Wait. You're kind
Doesn't
of right.
Look just like that?
You're kind of right. Like, there could easily be a Wallace and Gromit character that was, like, designed after James Kennedy.
He's calling himself the white Kanye West, which that tells you all you need to know.
Oh,
this was before all that, too.
Yeah, I know. I know. What a bold statement, to come in and say something like that. It's so crazy.
Yeah. I really, really don't enjoy him. And I don't understand how he got all these girls when, like, he looks like that and talks like that. I don't get it.
It's a British accent.
It's probably because he's British.
It's just the
British accent.
It's literally that he's skinny and confident and has a British accent. That's it. That's all we have.
I guess. And he's like a DJ, can get people into events, I guess.
So what do you think of... Let's go over some of, like, the people from the Valley, because you started with the Valley season 1.
Yeah.
What do you think of Kristen, early Kristen?
Okay, I kind of get what my sister was talking about. She's a little bit, like, not well.
My favorite is there's a moment when they're on vacation for Stassi's birthday, and they're all fighting, and Kristen's like, they're all in the pool just, like, chilling, and she walks by and she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And they're like, what? And she was like, I was just over there by myself for 20 minutes. And
Oh, yeah.
And Katie literally looks like so triggered. She's like, should I have gone? Like, you could tell she's debating in her head if she did something wrong here. And she's, like, caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, and she'll just say snide little comments or take things too far. She's horrible at every reunion. And then, like, it's just, like, so hypocritical, like, delusional. So seeing her as an older person who's like, yeah, I'm, like, having a child and blah, blah, blah. It's just, like, it's a lot.
It's a trip.
It's a trip.
Are Stassi and Jax together right now? Or where are you at in the show?
Stassi and Jax are not together. Stassi is with her, like, on again, off again boyfriend, Patrick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Jax just brought Brittany to...
So you learned about the affair.
Wait, which one?
The one.
That's Jax, the thing. Which one? That's
Jax and Kristen.
Oh, yes. We've learned about Jax. Where Stassi backhanded Kristen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did that?
Dirty whore. And, like, slaps the shit out of her.
How could you not be a Bravoholic? Like, how could you not?
After that, I was like,
absolutely
okay,
addicted to the show. When you see these people are crazy.
That's what I was like. Why are these people ever going to speak to each other ever again?
They're not.
Not. God, it was
it's
so funny.
That's crazy.
And then Stassi, like, disappears for, like, a season or two.
Yeah, because the boyfriend, like, that she was dating at the time moved her to New York or whatever. Like, she just up and left to New York and didn't even tell anyone she wasn't going to film.
Yeah, and was like, just like left her. And Lisa was like, why didn't you give me more of a notice? Or like, I helped you out a lot.
Yeah, Lisa was pissed.
Yeah. And then I was thinking about, like, how are these people making money? But because, like, Kristen got fired after she flew that girl in from Miami.
From Miami.
And like told the
screamed on the patio.
Fought on the patio and told the manager, Diana, go away, suck a dick, like fuck off. And it was like, I don't understand what I did wrong. Like when Lisa called her back and she was like, I think that's the best it could have gone, actually.
It's so funny.
I was like, why do you think you're still gonna have a job after this?
She's like, actually, I thought that was the best it could have went for anybody. So
I don't. Why are you mad at me?
To Kristen's point, like Vanderpump. I mean, I know that SUR still exists, and they're making a new SUR, like Vanderpump Rules, right now, which is going to be a whole nother question if it's going to be good. And I actually think it's going to be good. What surprised you about the first 5 seasons of Vanderpump Rules? So what's something that you like really didn't see coming?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the whole like Shay having like a secret alcohol.
Yeah.
And, like,
pill popping problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had
and,
no
like,
idea that guy was like popping pills the whole time.
And like Sheena not being like, she's just like, well, you can still drink, but just like not that much. You can take a pill, but not like 10. And then in the reunion later being like, yeah, I wasn't really educated about addiction. I was like, yeah, I don't think so, because that was a big yikers. But it was interesting how like open they were about it.
Yeah, it
like,
was.
That's very personal.
I'm shocked that she didn't know, but I guess like when you hear about these people that have partners that are addicts and stuff, like you don't know.
Right.
It's just kind of crazy because it was on the show.
And I also want to be like, I think like if I was Shay, I would have been like, okay, yeah, the pills are a thing. I think all of us are alcoholics.
Yeah. Hold on. I don't want the label of an alcoholic. If you guys don't have a label, I wonder if he like started taking the pills more and more because filming was happening and he like wasn't comfortable.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he was taking oxycodone, which I had to take for my tonsils. Oh no, he was taking Vicodin. Never mind.
He probably took a few things. He probably took some more than that too.
Like
Who knows?
Days. But I have like 10 if anybody needs them. Just kidding.
Shay, Shay, not you.
No.
Shay, not you though.
Not you. Nobody.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm gonna throw them out.
That was really surprising. Actually, that did really surprise me.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I forgot about that.
And then yeah, like the whole like Stassi disappearing. Like to me, she was like the lead of the show, and then just kind of left.
And then she wasn't there.
She wasn't there. She like literally wasn't there.
But now she's
back.
She was too good.
Yeah, right. She was like above it all. Oh my God, yeah, and the whole like her and Katie having a falling out.
That was heartbreaking, wasn't it? Katie didn't deserve that.
But it was nice that Katie actually finally stood up for herself.
That's just the start of Katie's redemption arc.
I know. I was talking to my sister about something. I think we watched an episode together, and she was like, "Oh, wait, is this before or after Katie and Schwartz get divorced?" I was like, "What? No, he's like buying a ring."
What?
She's like, "Oh."
She spoiled it. Oh.
Well, I mean, in the Valley, he talks about being divorced.
I guess,
right,
but
Tom?
It wasn't so in your face.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
No, I'm still excited to watch the rest. I'm just like, I also just love the time capsule that it is. Like, it's now finally 2016, and I think Lala made a reference to like, that's like saying a Trump supporter hates me. Like, I love that. And then Andy Cohen laughs, and I was like, that's the first mention of Trump, and like, I'm glad it took at least 5 seasons to get there.
Yeah, it was a nice break, I bet.
Oh yeah, that was the other thing. Lala was my favorite person in season 4. Because everyone was like shaming her. Like all the girls were like, she's a skank. She's yada, yada, yada. Like she has her boobs out. And like.
They thought she was a homewrecker.
Yeah, but I mean, now I don't like her because she's obsessed with James Kennedy. So I'm like, well, girl, your judgment is poor. But then she would like go and talk to her mom and she's like,
That's why they're on the show. That's why they're on the show.
Then she would go to her mom and she'd be like, I just feel like I'm being vicious and mean. And I don't like that. That's not me. And I was like, oh, see, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice that after she was vicious and mean, we got to like feel like we were behind the curtain. And she's like, I don't want to be vicious and mean. They're making me.
Yeah, it's like she seems the most like level-headed and she seems the most self-aware of everyone.
Has she gotten into any fights with any of the girls or anyone yet?
Oh my God, the best was when she shoved Kristen at Katie and Schwartz's engagement party. And before that, when Kristen and Stassi showing up uninvited to Katie's engagement party. Just like,
so good.
Yeah. And like Kristen just does it to everything. And Stassi was like, yeah, I guess I'll show up too. And then when Kristen was making a speech and Lala goes, wrap it up. She like was like drunk and kept on being like, wrap it up, bitch. And Lisa was like, and then Katie goes up and just like, just relax. And then Lisa was like, we were all thinking it. I was like, oh my God.
Lisa's a mean girl at heart.
Lisa's kind of shady. Like she has
Lisa
her favorites.
Lisa. Okay, so Stassi and Pandora went to school together, allegedly, and they're like girlfriends. And they went to like all girls school together at like a rich
they were
little
girlfriends?
Yeah, rich boarding school.
Like lesbians?
No, that'd be better.
Oh.
But there's fanfic out there about that though.
Oh wait, that's the newest thing that's happening is in the season 5 premiere, Jax says that he walked in on Kristen going down on Brittany.
Jax walked in on Brittany and Kristen. Kristen was going down on Brittany.
What did you say?
Why would you not tell her that? Kristen was going down on Brittany.
You're lying. Will you just get back to work?
Go ask her.
What do you think I'm going to ask her?
How was it?
I mean, if it was anybody else, I don't think I'd believe it. But Kristen chowing down on Kentucky muffin. You don't think this is kind of vaguely bizarre, really, even in your befuddled world?
I feel like it's karma. I feel like it's just coming back to bite me a little bit.
That's not karma, dude.
Yeah, it is.
If there was karma, you'd be dead right now.
That's true.
I remember that.
And they just said that they made out, and Brittany's mad that he's like making up this rumor, and Lisa says, Kristen chowing down on Kentucky muffin.
It's so good. Like when people are like, oh, I don't watch Bravo, I'm like, what's wrong with you? This is like golden television.
You're missing these genius sound bites. Yeah.
These are hilarious. They bring people together. This stuff could end wars.
Really good. I feel bad for them because I'm like, their lives are falling apart on TV, but they signed up for it. They're getting some sort of fame out of it. They're getting paid. And I don't know, like, but in my head, I'm like, this is just a train wreck that I can't look away from.
It's so good.
Like if I was on a reality TV show, would I act this way too? Would I fall apart? Probably.
You would have to. At a certain point, you have to either don't do the show or you surrender to like just responding with the first thing that pops into your head.
Yeah.
Like you can't sit and calculate everything out. You have to like be reactive.
You haven't said anything about my husky new voice yet.
I haven't noticed that you have a husky new voice. Is it from the tonsil removal?
Yeah, I don't know if it's my allergies or my tonsils, but it's giving like, hey.
Sexy.
Do you like it? Hey, you're turned into Bravoholics.
Can you do an intro for the show?
Bravoholics.
No, I didn't.
I didn't like that.
I didn't like that either.
You can cut that. Oh my God, you know what's a great intro? I said this to someone the other day. I said, hey, Diva, let's have a great conversation.
Oh, God.
Did you hate that?
What if I talked like this? This
looks like
giant. So basically I got this like foam cover to go over a microphone because everything on Amazon was like, oh my God, this thing makes it sound like it's premium grade sound quality, like meh. And it's so big.
You know how I would describe it? It's bigger than your head. It looks like charcoal cotton candy.
Yes. And it has like
the flat side. Okay.
Has a flat side that you're talking into. It really does. It really does improve the sound waves, though.
I'm excited for you.
I'm going to sound like velvet. Who's your favorite of the witches of WeHo so far? Do you like Stassi the best, Kristen Doty the best, or Katie Maloney the best?
Oh, God. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. Like, as a person, like, who I would hang out with first.
Who's your favorite? Yeah, who'd you hang out with?
Out of those three, probably Katie.
Yeah.
She seems the least, the most harmless. I don't agree with a lot of what she does and says, but she's not Kristen and she's not Stassi. Like, at least Stassi is like a little bit more humble now, but I couldn't deal with her.
I mean, besides like sleeping with Stassi's boyfriend, Kristen's pretty loyal.
Okay, but like what if you don't invite her somewhere and she's gonna show up?
Yeah, she will. You have to invite her places. She's gonna show up.
She's too chaotic. Although Stassi said she was a nice roommate. She like cleans everything.
See, the thing about like Stassi and Kristen's relationship is like Stassi is the lead girl and just tells Kristen what to do, and Kristen kind of to a degree likes that. There's comfort for her in it.
Do you think she thought she was going to be the lead of the Valley?
Who?
Kristen?
She is the lead of the Valley.
Oh, you think so?
I think Kristen's got main character energy this season. This is a great segue. This is a great segue into the first episode of the Valley. And honestly, Thomas, the Valley after show. Did you watch the Valley after show?
Oh, I didn't see that.
It's literally
that should be part of my homework, huh?
Got just as much juice as the fucking show itself. It's crazy. The season premiere came out and I was really excited, really wanted to see like who's coming back, where is everybody at, where are their lives at, what's up. And Janet had her baby, obviously. Janet and Jason had the baby. So they're going to become even more boring than they were in season 1. I'm just kidding. Janet's a walking...
I'm still thinking about getting that ice maker though.
I think you should. Why haven't you got... You're just going to... Wait for the right day.
It's just $200.
Oh, it's a lot. What's special about this ice? What kind of ice is it?
It's like a nugget ice. It's like really nice shape. And listen, I have ice trays, but I'm too lazy. So I've been buying ice and that seems silly.
It is silly.
So like I could probably pay here. Let me show you well, never mind. I know you're on my phone. It's just like nugget ice, like really good ice.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And it comes with a scoop.
And really good ice is kind of worth it.
All right. I'll keep you posted.
We need to drink more water.
I drink so much water. I'll drink some right now.
It's important. Drinking water is important. Okay, so we're coming into the show and we instantly see like a 3-minute video about Jax and Brittany's marriage completely falling apart. And Jax allegedly finding out that Brittany sent titty photos to this guy named Julian, who also hooked up with Lala at one point, and he's part of his 20-guy text group. There's like a 20-guy text group that all of the guys from the Valley are in, plus other guys, and Julian. And I guess that the iPad, so their kid plays with Brittany's iPad, which is connected to her phone. So Jax, he went in there looking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he said it at one point. He went in there looking in the iPad and found that Brittany sent boob pictures to Julian, which is kind of weird because that's her kids playing on that. But
I mean,
still,
he's seen them.
She probably was literally like muting it or something, and Jax went in and looked, and he was pissed, and he flipped a coffee table.
And it like hit her knee, and she was like injured. Yeah,
insane.
Not good.
So dark start to season 2.
And Jax said, "Show me a guy who wouldn't react the same way." I think a lot of men would not react.
A lot of guys, Jax, literally millions would not react that way. He's just so like narcissistic, and because of that, Brittany's like very objectified to him. She's like a possession.
Yeah, when he like made her get bigger tits than she wanted, when he was like, "I'm paying for these boobs. I think you should get double D's." Like, I hated that.
Me too.
Ugh,
That's insane. It's insane. Oh, there is something to say about Janet. She went on a podcast and said that Kristen and Zach wanted her baby to die. They wanted her to miscarry.
Yes.
And I was like, that is outrageous.
It was outrageous.
That is outrageous. And you know what's so funny is like, I know they literally made that comment in like a joking, dramatic fashion and was slightly serious about it, but they weren't serious about it.
Yeah, and to go on a podcast and be like, yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they did not want my pregnancy to go to full term.
Full term.
Because they wanted me to, because of that fight in Jax, yeah. What?
Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. So, but I'm actually kind of excited because we need more of this. We need Janet to just really put her foot on the gas pedal for season 2.
My favorite thing that she did this episode was when she was apologizing to Kristen for saying that on that podcast. And then like Kristen was kind of accepting it, but not really. And then Janet was like, she did the best thing for any apology. She goes, are you sorry for anything?
Oh yeah. That bothered me so much.
So much.
It bothered me so much.
It's like, no, bitch, we're on your apology.
Are you
right
going to
now.
apologize to me about anything? Like what? And then she called Zach demonic or something. What did she said? He like literally had demonic activity or something.
Yes.
His demonic actions.
Yeah. He is of the devil.
And I'm kind of really impressed that Kristen like heard her in real time and was like, no, I'm not apologizing for anything. And stop like then insulting Zach and saying Zach's demonic or whatever. None of this stuff is true, Janet. You made this stuff up.
Also, to call someone demonic, what an adjective. Like,
No, I got to use that.
That's so weird.
Got to use that. Today, Natalie and I were like, I don't know what made us say it. We were playing bocce. We were at a little Easter garden party, and we were playing bocce because I brought my bocce set. I was like, ooh, garden party, I'm bringing bocce. And she
it's
threw
quintessential.
She threw her ball, and something made her say, Lordy, Lordy. And I said, we got to say Lordy, Lordy more. I think we need to talk about the real demons, Michelle and Jesse.
Oh, God.
It's crazy. And I think they are going to be like the star couple of the season.
The first thing I thought when I saw Jesse was that his hair looks so much better. He got a really good haircut, and his arms look really good. And I hate that I thought those two things.
You are disgusting.
Aren't I?
Yeah,
That just shows you how desperate I am.
You're just such a guy.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just lonely.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just haven't had sex in a very long time. So when I saw the shape of his arms, I was like, that's really nice.
When you saw Jesse.
Yeah.
You know what? Jesse should offer more than just being a fucking pig.
Right.
So maybe we should sexualize him too.
That's what I think. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. I'm not proud of this. Yeah.
I don't doubt that he looks great. He's the total type of jackass that like would break. He's doing everything possible, and he will continue to for the rest of the season. Do everything possible to make Michelle's life a living nightmare, and that will include going to the gym every day and making sure he's looking as good as physically possible. Yeah. That's like the baseline of his revenge.
Oh God, it made me so mad when he was like, this new girl that I'm dating, she really holds up a mirror to me. You know, Michelle never did that. She let me be an awful husband and then complained about it. So like it's and then she told me later. So it's all her fault. I hate him. He does look good.
I really hate him. He's just such a piece of work. He's such a piece of work. And like when he goes up to her at the white party and is like, well, I heard you met with some school counselor person or whatever. And he's like, well, maybe she'll come to Orange County. And she's like, just because you're dating someone in Orange County doesn't mean our kid's going to pick up and go to school in Orange County. He's like, the school districts are really good over there. He's just doing everything he can do to piss her off. And then literally in the confessional, he's like, yeah, did I say that just to piss her off?
Yeah. How do you feel about Michelle's new boyfriend, Aaron?
Well, I can see that Jesse's starting to spin a little web that she was talking to Aaron before they divorced. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to he said in a clip that I shared at the beginning of our last episode from the Valley 2 season premiere red carpet, he's like, in an interview, he talks about how this guy Aaron comes on the show and isn't afraid to come to events with the rest of the group and be there for Michelle. And it isn't great at first, but they have a one-on-one conversation in Hawaii
at the end of the season and like talk about things between the two of them and something happens. And he's like, and it just gave me a lot of insight as to like when their relationship started to happen, when they were emotionally connecting. And he's using words like that. So I can tell that like, even though this show's over and he's recording these after show episodes now and the episodes are coming out, he's trying to probably start to spin his little divorce web that like she was not faithful.
Interesting.
So I think, okay, so now to answer your question about Aaron, I think both Jesse and Michelle have moved on very fast.
Yeah.
Michelle coming out of something so toxic with someone so toxic like Jesse really needs time to like understand and break down what she went through. And I don't think she did it.
Yeah.
And I think a partner can help her do that. Like maybe Aaron can help her do that. And she does just deserve to be happy, but I don't know if she's going to truly be able to value that if Aaron is even that. There's a chance Aaron's a piece of shit like Jesse and she just ran into another one.
Or there's a chance, that there was some overlap and he's already been helping her get over it because she's been talking to him about it.
Exactly. And I'm kind of like thinking to myself, what dude starts a relationship with a girl on a reality show and wants to come on right away?
Yeah.
He didn't even miss a season. He didn't even let her go film and like come to one or two parties. Like he's in the pilot episode.
That's true. Yeah, he's like right away in it. And
he
I guess
wants to be on the show. So I kind of like I kind of like question his intentions.
Okay. He makes me feel better about having a receding hairline though. His hairline's pretty far back, but it looks good.
Good. We need that because the rest of these guys have good hairlines on the show.
So when he showed up with his like, it's compromised, but it looks really good.
It's compromised.
Oh, I mean, this note right here. They keep talking about these like goat cheese balls at Sir. Are they good?
Oh, we're going to have them. I'm going to take you, when you come to LA, we're going to go to Sir and you can have a goat cheese ball and we'll have a pumptini.
Okay.
And then we will go to, well, the thing is, something about her is like a daytime thing. So we'll have to do that at a different time. Okay. But they have really good sandwiches. And then we'll go to Tom Tom and we'll have more drinks there. And we'll just like take in the town.
Do the whole tour. My thing is like, if you're like Sir doesn't seem that fancy to me. Like the food doesn't seem that fancy to me.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Like goat cheese balls? That's
maybe
mozzarella
it was
sticks.
fancy. Maybe it was fancy like 15 years ago when this place came out. Like it's not at all now. Like it's definitely the place now where you go. If you're a Bravo fan and you come to LA, you go there. If you are doing like a girls brunch, it's literally for people that like Bravo.
Yeah.
Like regular neighborhood people aren't going to Sir. It's been there too long. And like LA does have a restaurant cycle. Like things do cycle in and out and become like businesses will close and reopen with new managers, or they'll just change the name of it and change the menu just so that it's like a new hot thing, because LA has restaurant turnover and people kind of expect that. Like there's very few places that solidify themselves in like LA dining culture, and the hotels do a good job of it. So like eating at the Chateau Marmont or like the Beverly Hills Hotel at the Polo Lounge or something like that, like those are foundational restaurants that haven't really gone anywhere forever. And then you also have like the old towny Art Deco spots, the old Hollywood spots, like a Musso and Frank's, or like the Smokehouse that we saw Jackson, Kristen in season 1 meet at. Yeah. And like, so you have those kinds of places that usually last pretty long, but like a restaurant like Sir, which is like a restaurant and bar in like I call it Boys Town. I know it's like LGBTQ plus, but it's got lots of go-go boys, and so that's why I call it Boys Town, because it's mostly for the boys there on Santa Monica. To be in that neighborhood, those places generally turn over, and Sir hasn't, but I think it's because of Bravo and like the show. But I think the new Vanderpump Rules might breathe some fresh life into it. I don't think they're picking that up without a strategy.
So wait, can you tell me more about it? Like is like a new cast, like new people?
Yeah. All new young people that work at the restaurant make the new show.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I don't know anything about it besides that.
Okay. I'm interested.
I've been to Sir before when they're filming, because I took one of my
friend's Megan that like loves Bravo too. There on a Tuesday night when they were filming Vanderpump Rules, and it was like, see you next Tuesday, and James Kennedy was DJing, and like Ariana, Katie, Lala, they were all there in a booth, and like Tom and Jax were there in a were there at one point. It was crazy.
Oh my God, Ariana's kind of getting on my nerves too.
She is.
Yeah, when Kristen tried sketch comedy, and she was like,
"Oh yeah,"
that actually really offends me. Like, that was kind of like, all right, girl.
She actually offends me because I'm an improv artist.
And like your friend who's a stand-up, none of her jokes are original. What I saw on YouTube wasn't original. It was really funny.
I just think it's hilarious that someone's declaring improv as their thing.
Right.
And it's so funny because she like literally goes on to do Broadway.
Oh, right. Wasn't she in Chicago?
Yeah.
After the Scandival thing, right?
And people said she was really good.
I believe it.
I mean, Roxy Hart is always like a celebrity slot.
Right.
But she did that. She went on Dancing with the Stars and she killed it. Like, she is talented. It's just crazy because you never see like any of it on the show.
Yeah, I remember I saw like a bit of Kristen's reel when she was like getting it put together by some editor, and that was kind of crazy.
That was really funny. I love that.
Oh my God! Wait.
What?
Did you ever find out about? Oh my God! Okay. Oh my God! Okay.
What?
So, in the season 4, Tom Sandoval recorded his music video for his band.
Yeah.
And the song was called "Touch in Public."
Yeah.
Like, we should touch in public, TIP. Do you know the story about his bandmate?
No.
Okay, so he was like, this is the band that I'm in with my mate Isaac, and we're gonna make like, this is gonna be a long thing. Like, I looked it up. They released only this single, "Touch in Public." Okay. And then I looked up his bandmate, and his bandmate like became this like crazy QAnon person, and like got into some really shady shit, and then he believed that he was the reincarnation of Judas.
No.
And he wrote a letter saying sorry to Jesus Christ, Donald Trump, and QAnon. And then he jumped off an overpass in Arizona into oncoming traffic and died. So that wasn't talked about on the show?
No. No.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I mean, probably because he commits suicide, they didn't want to like bring that up on the show. But but there are moments where like, I think I do remember that Tom does lose somebody. But I think it's, when did that happen?
Let me check.
Because I think Tom did lose someone, but it was like after Scandival. And everyone was like, who cares if he's hurting?
Oh, 2019. So maybe like season 9-ish.
Oh, no, I don't think I ever heard of that. That was wild.
Isn't that crazy? Oh
That's
God, that's what I've
wild.
looked like this whole time. Ugh.
Listen, Brittany wanted to have a white party. She wanted to have her moment. She's single. She's single now. Wait, can we get a Brittany voice?
I'm single now, and I'm going to have date night, and I'm going to show up late to my own white party.
That's right. I'm going to curl my hair the way I like it, and I'm going to show up late to my own white party, and everyone's going to be there, and it's going to be funny because Jax can't come. He's not invited because he does cocaine, and that's not all right, but especially not at my white party. I'm going to throw a white party that Jax can't come to.
And the only thing, and when I walk in, people are going to be excited to see me, and my son is going to be at home with his iPad where I put my titties on it to send to my friend.
Oh my.
And I don't care if Jack sees my titties on the iPad, because Cruz is going to use it to play his games, and my titties just going to be on there.
and he's running around town with these sluts anyway. We separated.
We said we could hook up with other people, and he's the fucking other people, so why can't I?
Exactly, Brittany.
She's got a point.
Yeah. So she did. If she showed up late, it was on purpose. It was because she was the moment. The party was downtown somewhere on some rooftop.
Right.
I thought it was pretty cool looking.
It did look nice. I miss rooftop parties.
I want to see Brittany get drunk, and I want to see her like chasing guys down at these bars.
I would love that.
I want to see her trying to mac.
The previews of the rest of the season look really good. It looks insane.
It looks insane. My favorite shot that just is like anchored in my brain is Michelle throwing a drink on Jesse.
Yes.
In a kitchen somewhere.
The line that stuck out to me was Kristen and Luke were on a boat. And I think he was proposing to her. And like she just like turns around and out of nowhere he's like, "Will you be the catch of my lifetime, baby?" I hate that.
I hated it too.
I hope that goes over well.
It was just like, I'd just be like, I guess.
I guess. What did you just say? That's the only correct response is what? What
is that what she
say?
said?
I hope so. It cut away.
She was like probably ready for it. Like
she,
Kristen gives me, there's this girl, her name is Lindsay, and she's on Summer House. And like at the beginning when Summer House first started, we're like on season 9 now. When Summer House first started, Lindsay was dating this guy, and she was like, "This is my timeline." And she literally had like an 8-year plan of like, we're going to date for 2 years. We're going to move in together. We're going to get engaged. We're going to have kids. Like she had this timeline. And even though she's been through many breakups and had many boyfriends, she's still stuck to the timeline. And she just had her first kid. And like, it's crazy that like nothing can get in that girl's way. Like nothing can get in a Lindsay's way. And Lindsay Hubbard is a great example of that. And in this moment, Kristen Doty reminds me of Lindsay because I feel like Doty knew that Luke had to propose on this. Like, if they didn't talk about it, it's because Luke already knew that he had to propose on the show. Yeah. Kristen wants to have like her happily ever after moment, like her full arc, going from being one of the mean girls to like having the affair with her best friend to like her redemption arc to like being on this new show and getting engaged on this new show.
Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, but it is giving that timeline situation because they're like still not sure if they're going to be in the same city, but like, let's have a kid. Also,
it's insane.
Like, I guess we should get engaged. Yeah.
It's insane. I feel like they're just saying they're not going to be in the same city because, well, there's no way Luke is going to move to LA.
Yeah, he doesn't want to.
He does not like these people, and he does not like LA.
He got a good haircut too, I have to say.
Okay.
No, he does not like LA. He's like, in their little therapy session, he was like, "I will never live here."
I know. Even if they do half the year here, half the year there, it's just like with some of these reality shows, it's just kind of crazy because they are based on where they live. And it's weird if they move to another city or something, like you can't just show up for filming and pretend you live there. Like that's weird. What about Nia and Danny? She is talking about getting pregnant again, and we know she gets pregnant again because we see it on the red carpet for the season 2 premiere.
Listen, I'm already like being outnumbered with 3 kids to add another one. I mean,
I get it. She's like, I just want to I want my body back. I just want to have the kid and like check the box because I guess like 4 is the sweet number that she wants. But how are they going to raise 4 kids?
I mean, they must move to Santa Clarita at some point, I guess.
It's kind of great because I feel like them making this show does work into their plan.
Yeah.
Like Danny's an actor and she's a pageant beauty queen coach and they want to have a family and they're making this show which is about having a family.
That's true.
So it's kind of like the best time to do it, even though it's insane.
And they're the ones doing it the best as well.
Yeah, I still love them. I love the shit out of them. And she looked so beautiful on that red carpet. I couldn't believe it. Her with her 4th kid, and she still looks that stunning. It's like she should be lecturing. She should have a book.
Didn't you look into her like coaching stuff?
Literally, I was like, I want this woman to coach me to be beautiful.
Is that what that means?
And it's like she coaches pageant queens, but I'm like, so I'll just tell her I'm in a pageant and have her coach me how to be beautiful.
Just like make up a pageant that you're gonna be in.
Literally, the submission form does want to know what pageant like circuit you're on. I was just gonna write the Valley. Looking hot in North Hollywood. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Jasmine and Jasmine's girlfriend, who I may or may not have found out that they're engaged already.
How'd you find that out?
It was like someone called her fiance in some press. You didn't watch the after show, so you're gonna have to watch it.
Oh yeah, what did I miss?
It's pretty juicy. First, you missed that they brought in Sheena, Lala, Brock, and Tom Schwartz, which makes me believe that they're just like trying to slowly get us comfortable with them being involved because they brought them into the after show.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be nice. I mean, I already missed these. I mean, I don't miss the characters. I'm very much in their lives, but I'm excited to see what adult them looks like. I miss them. I haven't watched Vanderpump in like 10 hours.
I'm into it as long as they bring it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think Sheena and Lala will bring it. But I just don't want to feel stupid. Or if they're going to be stupid and they're going to try to self-produce some stuff, I want them to break the fourth wall and call them out. Like, I want them to be like, Thomas, you are just trying to look good on camera right now. Like, I want them to say things like that to each other.
I probably would do that, yeah.
If they, well, everyone does. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to call each other out like that if they're trying to like frame up a story a certain way and it's not like authentic. I want them to call each other out on it. I don't want them to like be able to, I don't want them shying away from doing that to preserve our suspended belief while we watch the show.
Don't be a Jason. Actually bring something to the table.
Jason brings something to the table, but we do hear that he takes his wedding ring off.
Right.
Which is so corporate workers' comp attorney of him on the corporate side.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Taking his ring off after work.
He's a real POS.
And I also learned on the after show that I guess the first couple of months of Kristen's pregnancy, because she's pregnant too, spoiler alert, her hormones were so crazy that like Luke didn't think they were going to make it. And like they were fighting a lot. And I really hope some of that's on the show.
The thought of her specifically with a hormone imbalance makes me really concerned.
I actually think that maybe having this baby like will be better for her hormones because now she'll be getting them tested. And maybe after the pregnancy, if there's any irregularities, they can help Kristen.
Does she
I don't think she's like bipolar. I don't. I think that she is just triggered.
Well, I think they said in some reunion that they had like borderline personality disorder. What?
We forgot to talk about Jesse calling Kristen over and saying to her that she was right.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot to talk about that. How genius of Jesse was it to do that? Because he literally calls Kristen over, who comes on with a shirt that says petty, 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 petty. And they sit in the garden and Jesse goes, you were right about almost everything. She was cheating on me and I wasn't ready to see it. And I was being mean and taking her side and I didn't want to see. And if there's anything Kristen needs to hear more in life,
you're right.
It's that you were right. And
That's so true.
Especially after last season with like all the gaslighting of Janet stuff. And so the fact that Jesse did that and said just the perfect thing is now going to unlock Pandora's box. Kristen is going to he's going to slowly seep every secret that Michelle might have had out of Kristen.
Yeah.
He's going to be trying to get dates, timelines, receipts, like
screenshots, everything.
Yeah, literally. And he's securing it. And in just one apology, she's like, I guess I'm Team Jesse.
I know. And he's like, yeah, who would have thought?
Of course, we knew that like there was great potential for them to come together in this season because Michelle did tell them all that stuff and then in the moment was denying it on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like she did tell Brittany that stuff. And so, of course, Michelle's not going to like go and be friends with Kristen because she aired it out on camera this season. But I'm just surprised that Jesse like was capable of saying that someone else was right. I know he wasn't taking any accountability except for like being angry and flying off the handle, which that alone just impressed me. I didn't think he could even do it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about his arms again.
That just goes to show how powerful of a monster this guy is because Jax can't even do that. Jesse's like another evolution of Jax.
Oh my God. When Jax was like, oh yeah, am I really like the worst person ever alive? Come on. I was like, I'm having a hard time thinking of worse people.
He's just, the way he goes about the planet and thinks about things is just wild. And now we're going to have to watch a whole season of Jax like crying about his sobriety. And that probably sounds bad, but like, I just, ugh.
It's like, it's going to be a hot
I'd rather
mess.
just have him coked out again, yelling at everybody. Is that wrong?
Oh my God.
Is that
he was so coked out when he said to Sandoval, he was like, stop trying to pretend like you're the number one guy in this group. I'm the number one guy in this group.
Amazing. It was amazing. The fact that they were so close because they lived together. They're so close.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they're fighting about something like that too. Hilarious. The fact that Jax was like checking him like an alpha dog, like get back in line. I'm the number one guy in the group was hilarious.
And he was just talking about his band. That's
so
all.
embarrassing. It was so bad. And you know what? Tom Schwartz, I saw a clip. I forget where I saw it. But Tom Schwartz, I think it was the after show, was like, can I tell them what your tell is? When Jax has done a line of Coke, he holds his cup underneath. So normally when you're having a drink, you hold a cup like this. But if Jax has done the pasta, as they say. Have you seen that yet on Vanderpump? Okay. The pasta? Oh, it's a big fight that Lala and James Kennedy get in about the pasta. It's not about the pasta. And everyone watching the show thought for sure they were fighting about cocaine.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't really pasta. They were using pasta as a code word. So you'll see it. But it's not about the pasta. So whenever Jax was doing pasta, cocaine, he would hold the glass like underneath it like this. Like he'd mitt the glass, and it was like a funny tell, and that's how they would joke that they knew that he was chotched up.
Dang. Hitting the slopes, shredding the fresh pow. It's blizzard time.
Gnarly.
Yeah. Okay, what's one thing you want to see this season?
Okay, this season I really want to see Janet at full power, and I feel like she's pulling back. I feel like this season, just the conversation we saw with her and Kristen talking about how like she was trying to apologize to Kristen and get Kristen's favor, clearly, and Kristen's like, I don't need you, I'm the star. And I feel like Janet cares about public opinion, and because public opinion is kind of against her right now, I think she's going to pull back and not be like completely evil, but I really do want her to get so infused with power that we see Janet at full force. I want to know how much power she's got. She's done some crazy shit, just like backhandedly. I want to see like when she really gets messy, what it's like.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I want to see her. If this is the Coliseum, I want Janet like out there by herself.
Yeah.
Flexing. What do you want?
I think I want to see Brittany like kind of unhinge a little bit and like yell at Jax and like, I don't know. I want to see her stand up for herself more and like date and stuff.
I really want to see Brittany like go out and date. I want to see her going on like 15 dates with guys. I want a montage of dates.
My only context of her, like, right now is, like, he flew her out to come live with him and then, like, bought her titties. Like, nothing, everything's happening to her. Like, she's not making any decisions in her life, and I want to see her do that here. Like, oh my God, it was like, Lala said something like, oh, it was when Lala and Jax were flirting, and he said in front of Sheena and Kristen, like, I want to fuck you in front of these two right now. And then later, like, lied to Brittany about it and said that he didn't say that. And Lala was like, whatever, the truth's going to come out and she'll have to live with it. I don't know. It could be like a month, a year, whatever, but it'll happen. And I was like, wait, it's like 9-10 years later and they're still together. Like, now the reckoning is 10 years later. I want to know, like, what's Brittany like on her own, or like making these decisions for herself.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that she has Zach, because Zach's a slice of home for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he's going to... It's nice that she has this group of friends, and it's nice that she has these people in her life, because sometimes in your relationship with someone like a Jax, you don't have anybody left when you actually leave them. And that's what keeps you in that relationship for 9 years. But Brittany has maintained a social circle. So that's really great.
Because she's a good person.
Yes, she is a really good person. She's really kind, even though she has done some really suspicious things.
Like what?
Well,
like stuff I haven't seen yet on Vanderpump?
No, like think about the Valley and like her involvement in some of these things. Like, she is the one that went and told Janet that Zach and Kristen said the baby thing. Like, Brittany was there, and Brittany's the one that went and told Janet that Zach said that he wanted her to miscarry, allegedly. Like, not that, but like, you think I care about your baby being born? I don't care about your baby being born. Like, he said something like that. And then Brittany went and told Janet. And so but in those instances, I wonder, was that Brittany, or was that her husband, producer Jax, that's like, oh, you gotta go tell Janet that. Like, I could see it. I want to think it's more the latter.
Yeah.
But I also, there is a little itch in me that says that Brittany could not be 100% pure.
Yeah, that's true.
But she is a really good person, and she's really sweet. And it'd be fun to just see a montage of her going out with hot guys so that Jax has to be jealous of it, like on his own show. Here's a Rolodex of men that Brittany's going out with. But I just honestly think it's going to take Brittany a lot of time to heal and like grow into that person, because she's kind of an empty shell.
Yeah.
And she kind of defines herself as being a mom, and that's easy to hide behind still. So I don't know.
True.
But I hope she does it.
But that's what I want for her. Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
That's what I want this season.
What do you want for Michelle and Aaron?
Ugh, I don't even know. I can't stand her either, really, to be honest. I want mess with that too.
I want mess
Jessie.
too. I want lots of mess.
I want mess with that. Which I think will happen because she throws a drink in Jesse's face. But
that was my stomach. Could you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
It made a crazy noise. Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Your hair looks good.
My hair?
Yeah.
I got a haircut yesterday.
It's filled in quite a bit.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Great. Don't do that. Don't ruin it now. I just said it looked good.
This was your number one complaint with me whenever we were like, hey, I'd be like, stop touching your hair. Stop touching your hair. Don't ruin it.
I just want it to be there. I just want it to stay there.
I know, me too.
I know.
Every time I bring my hand to my head, I can hear you being like, don't. Leave it.
Good.
Leave it.
I'm helping you. I'm still helping you.
No,
I'm
you
like,
are.
I'm like Jiminy Cricket of hair. Instead of telling you to wish on a star, I'm like, don't touch your hair.
Don't touch your hair. It looks fine. Don't touch it.
It looks great. It does.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Well, we have so much that we hope for on the Valley season 2. You need to come out to LA.
We need to go to
We need to go. I got to give you the tour.
Gotta go to Jax's. I gotta go. We gotta head up.
I'm gonna literally drive you to Ariana's house. We'll get coffee. Okay. We'll do a lap in the valley. I'll be like, "There's their house. There's their house." I'll point them out to you, and then we'll go have lunch at Something About Her, and then we'll come back again later on for drinks and Sir
Jax's.
and Tom. It's gonna be so empty at Sir. I'm hoping that the new show is really good for Vanderpump Rules, and I'm really hoping that it does bring fresh blood into that place and like make it busy, because I want the best for that. I want it to be good.
Yeah, I gotta catch up.
You have a lot to watch. I mean,
I know,
but you've done really good. You've done really good.
Thank you.
I think you're gonna have to, as soon as we get off the phone, you should go watch that after show. It's juicy.
Okay,
I'm sure there's things I forgot that we'll have to talk about anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on the episode, Thomas.
Great. Well, thank you for having me, Lindsay. And I just want to thank the addicts for coming to the meeting, and meeting adjourned.
And that's it for this week's meeting of Bravoholics Anonymous. I want to thank Thomas Norman for stopping by. I would apologize for getting him addicted to Vanderpump Rules, but let's be real. He watched 5 seasons in 2 weeks all on his own. That wasn't me. If you had fun hanging out today, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It's the easiest way to support the show. And stay in the loop on all things reality TV and pop culture so you don't miss an episode. You can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at FilmMakeHer, or just look up Lindsay St. Laurent for even more reality TV takes, updates, and nonsense between episodes. Meeting adjourned. Until next time, keep your champagne cold and your taglines iconic.